If something happens one time, anomaly. Happens 2 times, it's like, oh, okay, maybe. But whenever there's a trend of 18 plus, 20 plus things being predicted, you gotta go like, hey, Groening, the gig's up. We know. You're a time traveler.
Just tell us.
Simpsons accurately predicting the future time and time again? Or are they time traveling?
The Simpsons is a comedy animated show whose predictions have constantly added curiosity and increased the interest of viewers around the world. Several of these forecasted events have even come true in the past, such as Donald Trump presidency, the coronavirus, and the event of 9/11, and more. As the new year has dawned upon us, The Simpsons are coming to light once again. This animated series, as usual, has made numerous forecasts of the year 2023. Do you want to know what could happen in the near future? Ever since Simpsons becomes famous a few years ago for its predictions coming true, people refer to the show to get a sign what could be happening possibly soon. As with every new day, month, and year, 2023 is full of uncertainties. A new crisis, some unknown virus, another terrifying war. We cannot be sure, but perhaps the animated series can. Get ready as we take you on a ride of the predictions that the show has made for this year. Economic crisis. An example of a probable prediction is when Homer Simpson is talking to someone at a bar in an episode. The man informed that there is an anarchy issue soon to spread over the US. Homer responds that it would not be possible since America is as powerful as the former Roman Empire. However, given that the US is going through a severe economic slump along with the rest of the world, this forecast may come true sooner than expected. A nation that thinks it can do anything was surely caught off guard by the gas crisis, the effects of COVID epidemic, and the conflict that started between Russia and Ukraine in 2022. Also, without a question, the American economy is one of the strongest and most stable in the world right now. However, regrettably, given the authorities' ineffective behavior, this power may not persist for very long. Coming back to the episode, the man in the bar shows him a video that describes how all the humans are system slaves and depend highly on others. Then, several cards with messages such as peak oil, no local farming, and social flares are shown. All of this is easily possible since an oil crisis is seen almost every year. This is mostly due to the US denying paying the high prices of oil demanded by producing countries. In the worst case, this scenario is likely to occur again in 2023. China-US war. Another notable and the probably most drastic prediction that The Simpsons has given is about the possibility of an upcoming war between the two superpowers of the world. Yes, you guessed it right, a nuclear war between China and the United States. An episode of the series shows a scene where a TV reporter is delivering the following news. It is with great sadness that I inform you that the United States and China have declared war. A massive nuclear attack is expected to hit our shores within the hour. Clearly, a world war is expected to break at some time in the future. However, it is unknown whether it will take in the far future or as soon as in 2023, since the relationship between US and China are already in conflict. It is no secret that China and the US both have the most advanced nuclear weapons in the world. Hence, mankind may be put in immense danger if these two superpowers engage in a nuclear war. President Biden has just promised that Taiwan, a constant enemy of China, will be defended by the US in any future conflict. On the other hand, China has long desired to reclaim Taiwan and include it in its border in case the chance of invasion arises. The country therefore is constantly formulating plans to prevent this conflict from failing like Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Thus, we may see a situation soon where China and the US might square off against one another. Also, given that the Chinese leadership also somewhat encouraged Russia's invasion of Ukraine, there is a little question that they are against wars, which include nuclear ones as well. Trump's presidency. Another perspective prediction for the coming year was made in another episode of the show. When Lisa becomes president in the future, when Bart jumps to 2030, she refers to the major economic and inflationary issues that the last administration of the Donald Trump had left behind. Nevertheless, this might not have been referring to the previous presidency of the Trump in 2017. The most common reason behind this is that the time gap is too large for someone to blame the ongoing crisis on a decade-old government. Hence, rather, she could possibly have been referring to the next presidency of 2024, to which a large number of his supporters might be looking forward. It is important to remember that, regardless of the opposition and criticism that he had to face from both Americans and other people across the globe, Trump managed to leave behind huge popularity when he departed the White House in 2021. He could thus exploit this fame to his benefit the next year. This is currently a hot topic among us media outlets across the country. Could this prediction be accurate, or do you believe Donald Trump would ever run for office again? And here comes the most weirdest prediction ever: zombie apocalypse. Let's now speak about something that isn't a political matter, but would rather be an interesting topic. An episode shows Krusty the Clown where he promotes Burger 2, a new burger made with the meat of cows that have been fed with more cows rather than the grass or other vegetation. Even though not exactly as shown in the episode, this theory could turn out to be true in the future. Recently, there have been a lot of trials and methods developed for feeding farm animals that are being bred for their meat. To make them bigger and fuller, most of these animals are given medications or other kind of chemical nourishments that are far from what we would call normal. Food scientists are even considering feeding meat to cows to increase the overall protein level of the food we intake. Moreover, the mad cow disease, which has already been linked to the feed of cattle, is known to affect the brains of suffering animals and could spread to humans too. One thing is clear, the chemicals and lab-made food that these animals are fed may alter drastically due to rising cost of meat and taxes on the food imported from other countries. Thus, the meat sector is constantly trying to find new, twisted ways to prevent any possible loss while increasing profit. However, given the rising rate of meat, oil and sugar intake, a large portion of the population may not raise an eye on what they are eating. We can only hope that the next step will not be to feed the animals with meat, since this could only have an effect on animals itself, but also on the humans who will be consuming their meat. Based on these facts, who knows, maybe this prediction could turn out to be true. Conclusion: the ability of The Simpsons to constantly strike the target with several predictions of events that transpired around the globe over numerous years is astounding. When asked about writing these stories, the creators of the television show admitted that they had no idea that they were making a real prediction. This may or may not be true, but one thing is definite about it all. There are multiple cases in which The Simpsons turned previously made up truths into reality. This could all not a mere coincidence, right? We really wish that some of the predictions in this show wouldn't turn into a reality by 2023. It would be a serious disaster if it did.